We already established that the container missiles and the delivery boys are viable in PvP. If you're curious how I did it, check out my two other videos. Anyway, I had this bright idea of combining these two and see how well they work together in PvP. Area denial plus constant bombardment, what could go wrong, right? Well, before we start, let me just recap the weaknesses of these weapons. With these two, you're basically asking you launch them, then you pray hard so they could actually catch up with your target. And to add insult to injury, assault boosting is actually way faster than the delivery boys. The delivery boy also sometimes self-destructs because you, that's why. The container missiles also suffer from the slow projectile speeds, so you're basically done once people kite you. With these weaknesses, I put them on Char Zaku in the hopes that I could actually do something with them. And one more bright idea I had was to bring this loadout in the Japanese server for the extra challenge because why not? The question now is, can you actually win with this loadout in PvP? Well, let's see. First fight was against a literal tank. Dual Majestic with dual Tri-Laser. Me, the Japanese don't around, do they? I already know this is going to be a bad match considering how much stability tanks have. I landed a basic shot at the start, which then I followed up with missiles as I tried to make a kill box. I almost got him staggered, though I got hit by his Majestic, so I ended up eating the charged Tri-Lasers. And as you can see, I'm already at 1 AP and I haven't even staggered this guy even once. Jesus Christ. Next one, I fought a mid-range tetrapod. It went a little better since I managed to get his AP down to around 30%. I was dealing enough AP and stagger damage throughout the fight, though his homing missiles simply outclassed my missiles. I could have won this fight if I played better. Faster shoulder weapons like the Trueno would also been a good substitute for skill since he was just floating in this fight. The charged Curtis shots also did a decent job building stagger as you can hear him spamming them. I like the active homing missiles more in this fight though since they do a better job of burning a boost or dealing damage from off screen. Third fight was against a lightweight with stun guns. Oof. This was rough since he could easily outrun my missiles without ever boosting. Anyway, this fight went as well as you could expect. Lightweights with short-range weapons mean lots of jumping, which wasn't really favorable for my loadout, probably except for the explosive thrower. His Javelin Beta and missile launchers are mostly there to force a closer engagement, so they weren't really that threatening to me. Look at those missiles struggle catching up with their target. Thanks, FromSoft. Fourth fight was against a medium biped with dual melee laser shotguns. You can easily tell this build wants to trade shots considering the choice of core and legs. He basically has almost 2000 in stability, which is a lot but not too daunting. My main issue here is his shield since it has the third highest damage mitigation in the game. Anyway, first round was pretty intense where we mostly traded shots and he was using his shield sparsely so I managed to deal decent damage during clashes. I almost killed him here with a bazooka shot, but he pulled his shield out just in time so it survived. I went under the tank, which was totally not an accident. He then chased me, which set him up perfectly for a nicely placed explosive thrower. Round 2, he decided to rush me down, which wasn't really that bad for this build. Unfortunately, I got tagged with the 1-2 punch of the laser shotguns and the massive lag. Here's how far I was when I got tagged by the laser shotgun. Third round, my opponent simply played well, so there's that. Anyway, after these fights, it did seem like even Char could not defy the gravity of how heavy these weapons are. But then, something clicked and I managed to get a 2-win kill streak. For the first fight, it's against a medium weight pile bunker build, so I generally have an idea of not what to do. In the first round, it wasn't that challenging to put him inside the kill box. He was so desperate to kill me with the pile bunker that the delivery boy and the container missiles really did the job, providing constant fire within the zone while I put the explosive thrower and the bazooka to work. Round 2, my opponent started to play a little more carefully, peppering me with missiles as he tries to keep himself at a medium distance. I eventually got staggered and he managed to land the charged pile bunker, though he probably got blue balled since I didn't die from it. I still managed to bring his AP down to a tick after getting punched in the face, but the container missile simply couldn't catch up with him, so I just got kited to my death instead. Final round, he decided to go full mid-range kiting, so it's mostly an exchange of missile barrages from the both of us. I would have lost the round if he just kited me here considering my missiles are outclassed, but he really wanted that pile bunker kill. He managed to land an uncharged pile bunker before backing away as he resumed the kiting. He tried to close in again for the bunker but I caught him with the thrower and bazooka combo. I probably would have killed him here if I have a trueno or lasers instead of these missile launchers. Kiting resumed and I got staggered but he can't really do much about it. I landed another combo after I recovered but my missiles are practically useless for punishing stagger. Kiting resumed but I was getting bored so I assault boosted to see if I can catch up. Played some hide and seek here to avoid getting peppered with missiles. Finally, he got pushed by the delivery boys closer into the wall where I managed to get into that sweet 125-meter range for that explosive thrower kill. Next fight is against this plasma laser moonlight build. I know this is a close medium range build but I have no idea what it really does. We started off aggressively and I landed a basic bazooka shot for 700 damage and it almost staggered him. He's not really kiting me during the fight and he's barely jumping all around unlike most reverse joints, so landing the explosive thrower bazooka combo was pretty easy. With all the basic dodging and close encounters, I managed to put him in the box,
What's in the box?
so dealing damage was relatively easier compared to the other fights. Next round, he tried to be more agile as he constantly jumped all over but somehow my bazooka shots are landing more frequently this time. He tried to kick me again, but I think he fumbled it at the end. I dodged this and killed him with the explosive thrower bazooka combo. So, going back to the question at the start of the video, can you win with this loadout in PvP? Yes, absolutely. Is it going to be painful? Also, yes. If you think you're a better pilot, break my 2-win win streak and let me know in the comments how much I suck.